Do you remember the game The Oregon Trail? I very vaguely remember it. So it will be the first thing that I'm revisiting in my series, Angeline Revisits. There are three parts here. One, what do I remember without having looked at the game at all? Two, what do I remember now that I've figured out how to play it in 2025? And three, will be me actually doing a playthrough of the game and talking about what I do or don't remember as I play it. And that will happen starting tomorrow, March 20th, on Twitch at 7 p.m. Pacific time. It might just be this one night, it might be longer. I don't remember how long it takes to play this game. Part 1. Things that I remembered before looking up the game. I remember that I played this in elementary school on the school computers. I don't remember anything from that version. Like, I didn't even remember the name right, because I thought it was called Oregon Trail and it's called the Oregon Trail. So I remembered nothing from that. However, I did purchase a few years later a CD-ROM that's the later version of the Oregon Trail. And I played that at home a bunch when I was a kid. So I remember a couple of things from that. What I remembered was that you could gather plants, and that there was like this little guidebook, and you could check your plant against the guidebook to make sure you didn't get a poisonous plant. I remember there's a plant with little white flowers, and I remember there's a plant called yucca or yucca. I later looked that up, and it's yucca root that I'm thinking of, probably, because it's another name for cassava, and my mom is Filipino and she makes a cassava cake. So it makes sense for me to remember that. Turns out yucca is also a plant, and also in the United States. So it's possible that both were in the game. And that is all that I remember of the game. Part 2. Things that I remembered after looking up the game. So after I looked up where I could play it, I'd seen, some pictures, and there's a picture of a hunting scene. And that reminded me that, yeah, hunting was a thing that you could do in the Oregon Trail. And you could hunt bison or buffalo, something like that. Deer or elk, also something like that. Oh, I wonder if there was moose. There might have been moose. Um, Something like that. There were like geese or ducks, maybe both. Yeah, you could hunt these animals. And then there was also the option, I think, to change what hunting weapon you used. I feel like there's like a shotgun and like a hunting rifle. I'm not really remembering this, am I? It's like a vague feeling that maybe this was a thing. But yeah, that's what I remembered after like finding where you could play the Oregon Trail. Part 3, what I remember while I'm playing through the game. That is going to start tomorrow, March 20th at 7 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch. If you can join me, that'd be awesome. Then I'm not just talking to myself. But if you're not able to, I will have videos spliced together later for you to see what exactly happens. Do I remember more things? Do I not? Who knows? Certainly not me. Thanks for joining me.